Welcome, everybody. My name is Geoff Green, president of the Green Team Home Selling System, and I am absolutely 100% honored to be here with Keren Gonen. Keren, welcome. You can unmute your mic now. We're going to open our discussion. We're talking here with Keren because she is one of our hardest working sales associates, and actually both of our offices, Warwick and Vernon. She's licensed in both New York and New Jersey. And Keren actually sold a home, or I think almost sold a home. We're going to talk about those specifics, literally by using video conferencing for a client who was unable to get to the market area that she was looking in because they were, living or stationed somewhere far away. So we're going to pull that apart and really talk about how that was done and how complex it was. And it's just really exciting stuff that we as realtors can get into in today's day and age. So we're going to pull that apart. But before we go there, welcome, Keren.
Hi, Geoff. Hi, everyone.
All right. So, Keren, I've always been so impressed by your drive and how driven you are. This woman works so hard. Every time I call her, she picks up her phone. She asks me a million questions, and I always can tell you the level of success that a sales associate is going to achieve by the number of questions that they ask me. And this one asks a lot of questions in her first year of business. But she's a superstar. She's absolutely flying in her business. So, Keren, what is it about you that makes you so driven? Share with us.
I think I just really enjoy what I do. I think I should have gotten to real estate a lot sooner in my life than I actually did. I enjoy helping people, especially finding that place that's going to be a home for them and their family. And that's really my drive, to help people and to be successful by doing so. I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's great. And I know that, one thing that's always interesting to me is people's professional backgrounds before they come to real estate. Most everybody has one before they come to real estate. And you were an entrepreneur. So you know what it takes to make it happen. You know what it takes to, be guaranteed to write checks every 2 weeks instead of receiving a check every 2 weeks, right? It's a big difference
Right.
there. Yeah,
Absolutely,
so that's great.
it is.
And it's funny. One other, just a compliment to you, Keren. I don't even know if I've ever even verbally said this to you before, but I've referred some of my clients, because at this stage in the game for me, I'm not really working day to day with any buyers or sellers. So people still call me and they want to list or sell their home or buy a home, and I've referred some to Keren, and 100% of those people always call me and say, "Wow, she's really something else." So I wanted to put that accolade in there for you, Keren, because you deserve it. So that's great.
Thank you, Geoff. I appreciate that.
All right, great. So let's talk. So now we're going to kind of transition into this discussion about selling a home virtually through video conferencing. And first thing I want to ask you is, what is your level of technical expertise? Are you like any sort of whiz-bang, geeky type of person? Like, give me an idea of what your level of technical expertise is.
Not at all. I'm a fast learner, so any tool that's given to me, I usually try to get right on it and learn all the little secrets to use it. But I'm just like the next person. I'm not an expert. I don't have any technical background at all. I just like learning new things. And so, for instance, I never used Google Drive before we started using it. I never used other things that we use at the Green Team that helps us maximize our sales capabilities. I never used them before, but being shown the way helps me to see what I'm capable of doing.
Okay. All right. So in your opinion, anybody who has reasonable technical skills could probably pull this off, what we're about to show them?
Absolutely. It's actually really easy. All you have to do is have a smartphone and you're golden.
Yeah. And there's so many different software applications that you could use, right? I mean,
Right.
what were you using with this client? Were you using Zoom?
I was using Zoom with it. I found that it was the easiest to schedule. He was having technical difficulties on his end, and I kept trying to have him join the meeting first via email, then via text. So having the ability to use both on Zoom really allowed me to get him on it.
Okay. Another one that I use all the time is Google Hangouts. If I'm ever, a good example would be I'm at Lowe's, for one of our apartments that we got to fix up or something, and my wife is really the person that helps me choose colors and styles and this, that, the other thing. So normally it's impossible for both of us to be in the same place at the same time because you use sports and all this stuff. So I'll just get with her on Google Hangouts and show her stuff, you know, so that there's another application that we can use. So Google Hangouts, FaceTime, right, for those of you who are iPhone users, so on and so forth. So it looks like we have a poll that just came up to say, does anybody use video conferencing for business or personal? Be interesting to get some feedback from the audience on what it is that you use there. All right, good. So then as far as this situation, so you had a buyer, right? It's this buyer, they lived out of town. What was the deal?
This gentleman actually lived in Washington, D.C., and he was an attorney, and he was looking for a very specific looking house. And he reached out to me because he saw that I was in the area and I was being promoted by the search engine that he was on. And he reached out to me, and I got him in there literally the next day via Zoom. But he's from Washington, D.C. originally.
Okay. And you went all the way through the process, made an offer, got an offer accepted, went to inspections, and then I think the deal fell
Correct.
apart at that point in time?
It did. The inspector that he found and ended up using told him some things that I, as a realtor, didn't know, which is why you hire an inspector on every transaction. And he decided to pull out of the deal.
Okay. But I'm to assume that you got this buyer all the way through to that point without them ever stepping foot in the property. Is that true?
Correct. And he was willing to go through the purchase as well without actually seeing it. He had already sent his earnest money deposit. He already hired an attorney. He did a septic inspection and a home inspection. So he was ready to go.
Wow. That's pretty remarkable. Okay.
Yes.
And I guess, you know, it's really the quality that it comes to at this point with HD video and whatnot, that gives a buyer the comfort that they've actually seen it and seen it well.
Right. We did go through the house. We did it 2 separate times. We went once at the first time when he decided to put in an offer, and then we went in again when we had the inspections. So he loved what he saw. It was just something else about the house the inspector found that he did not like.
Okay, very cool. All right, so Karen actually is sitting, she's working off a data connection, by the way. This is not even Wi-Fi that she's on. She's got a good connection, and she's probably a Verizon user, so Verizon is usually the best carrier around here, the most expensive, but the best. But we've been running this meeting off of her mobile phone, off a data connection, so that, you know, so far so good. And you're actually, so tell us about the property that you're at, because we're actually going to do a demo right now. Karen's going to show all of us one of her new listings, right?
Right. So I'm at 21 Prospect Street in Unionville,
Okay.
which is a beautiful, almost 1 acre lot. We have a big, huge farmhouse with a lovely flat backyard, which is hard to find.
Yeah.
And I can take you through the house if you're ready.
I would love to. Why don't we start outside, actually? Can we walk around a little bit outside?
Absolutely.
I'm just curious to see that flat backyard.
Oh my, it's actually starting to rain. So here's our backyard. This is the property. We have a little shed in the back, which I'll go through in just a moment. This is our shed. So we have all of this area right back here, which is really nice. We have a smaller yard right next to our driveway.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is. And this is what the house looks like from the outside. So we have a beautiful farmhouse from the 1800s.
It really is remarkable how well you can see everything. Literally, it's solid video.
It definitely is.
Karen, how much is this home listed for?
It's listed at 199.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So we just came in through the side door. It was not the main door, it's the side door. Here we have the kitchen with a beautiful breakfast nook. It's one of my favorite spots in the house. We have 1 full bath right through here. And this is our living room, dining area, large size living room. We have another smaller room on this side, which actually leads to the basement. Lots of built-in cabinets. These are all built-in shelvings.
That's really nice.
It is. It's a beautiful house. This is the main door to the house. I just prefer the back door. It just looks nicer. And here we have actually an original banister from the 1800s. Beautiful woodwork.
Hey, give me a shot going down the foyer there, Karen. Just like, I just want perspective. So I got to stop talking because I'm.
So you want to see the other side where we came from?
No, hey, Melissa, can you just flip us to gallery view so that when I talk, it doesn't, take over the whole screen? I assume we're on gallery view. So, no, what I was talking about, when you walk in the front door, just like, what does it look like when you walk in the front door? Shoot down the.
So this is the front door.
Yeah. Right, that shot. Oh, okay. So it dead ends there. I see. So there's a bookshelf.
Correct.
Got it.
Right. It's a bookshelf over there, and here's the banister, the original banister.
Right.
So here we do have carpeting, and on the top floor we have carpeting, but underneath are wooden floors.
That's a nice
Just
runner.
like in the rest of the house. Here we have the first bedroom. In this house, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and open the door. 1 second.
4 beds.
There are very deep closets in this house. So the closet, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it goes about 2 feet all the way in, which, as we know, most farmhouses barely have any closets.
This is true. I grew up in one.
So you know firsthand.
I do.
So here we have the upstairs full bath with a bathtub. That address, by the way, is 21 Prospect Street in Unionville.
I am shocked at how big these bedrooms are.
They're huge, and this one actually leads to another bedroom.
Jack and Jill.
Exactly. And it's just the amount of closet space, and they're all very large. So this one actually goes in a lot more than what you can see when you open it. Now we're going over to the master bedroom. So this is the size of the master bedroom. And again, we have large size closets. Again, this one goes further in than when you can see, which is, like I said, very exciting for a farmhouse. And here we actually have a closet by itself. It's just a room that's closet for storage.
Interesting. And in addition to that, there's 4 beds all on the second floor, yeah?
Correct. So those were the 4 bedrooms. So the house doesn't have any attic, but it does have a basement, which is unfinished.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we got the concept of how this works. Pretty remarkable, really. The audio has been so perfect through the whole thing too. It's like, so are you hearing me okay? No problem?
Yeah, I'm hearing you perfectly fine.
Huh. That's remarkable. All right. Well, let's wrap it up, Karen. Anything else you'd like to add about the idea of selling a home through a virtual meeting?
I think it's actually the way of the future. I think it's a lot easier, especially because people are doing so many things through the internet, like shopping. Not a lot of people go shopping anymore. So I think being able to buy a house through the internet should become the next best thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the reality is it's just something that people are going to be doing more and more of. You know, everybody's just so busy. I mean,
Absolutely. So I actually have a renter that lives in upstate New York and wants to rent in Warwick. And his wife and I keep going on these virtual showings to these rentals so that she doesn't have to come down four or five times. When she sees something that she really likes, then she's going to come down and we'll walk through it. But until then, all we've been doing is showings through Zoom meetings.
very cool. Very cool. Well, good for you for being ahead of the curve, for thinking outside of the box. Isn't this business so much about just solving problems,
Absolutely.
right?
You have
I
to be
mean,
the go-to person.
yeah, you just need to figure things out and create solutions constantly because there's always problems. You know, I mean, primarily what we do is solve problems. So, all right, well, good
Absolutely.
for you, Karen. Thanks for meeting with us today. This was really great. If you have any parting thoughts or whatever, say it now. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up right here. Thanks to everybody for coming and listening and watching. This video will be posted on our Facebook page after we end the meeting here. You can always check out our website, greenteamhq.com, for all sorts of good information, including a link to this video as well. And we'll take it from there. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you, Geoff. Have a great day, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.